Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I would like to give some basic problems on Z transformations. See the statement of the given problems. Find Z transform of cos of n pi by 2 plus pi by 4 and Z transform of into n minus 1 into n plus 2. See the first one. Already we know that Z transformation of cos n theta. First write the formula of Z transform of cos n theta. You will get Z square minus Z cos theta by Z square minus 2Z cos theta plus 1. Okay, from this replace theta is equal to pi by 2. So you will get Z transform of cos n pi by 2. So whenever we have theta, replace it by pi by 2. So you will get Z square minus Z into cos pi by 2. Okay, Z into cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is nothing but cos 90 degrees, which is 0. So Z square minus 2Z cos pi by 2 plus 1. Since cos pi by 2 is 0, you will get Z square by Z square plus 1. This is the derivation for Z transform of cos n pi by 2. Also we have Z transform of sin n pi by 2. Sin n pi by 2, which is Z sin theta by same denominator. Look at this denominator, Z square minus 2Z cos theta plus 1. In this case also you should replace theta is equal to pi by 2. Okay, replace theta is equal to pi by 2. You will get the formula for Z transform of sin. No, this is the formula for sin n theta. Sorry. Replace theta is equal to pi by 2 here. You will get sin of n pi by 2. So Z sin pi by 2 by Z square minus 2Z cos pi by 2 plus 1. Whenever we have theta, I am replacing it by pi by 2. So what is sin pi by 2? 1. What is cos pi by 2? 0. That's why it becomes Z into 1. Z into 1 is nothing but Z. Z square, this becomes 0. So you will get plus 1. Okay, don't forget it. Sin pi by 2 is 1 and cos pi by 2 is 0. That's just these values are replaced here. Now consider the given problem. Z transform of cos of n pi by 2 plus pi by 4. Clearly we are observing that this is in the form of cos of a plus b. What is the formula for cos of a plus b? Cos of a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. According to that formula, I will write this one as Z transformation of cos n pi by 2 into cos pi by 4 minus sin n pi by 2 into sin pi by 4. Close the bracket. So what is cos pi by 4? 1 by root 2. Cos pi by 4 value is 1 by root 2. Pi by 4 is nothing but 45 degrees. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. In the similar way, sin pi by 4 is also 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 is the common term right outside of the operator Z, and split the terms. Z transform of cos n pi by 2 minus Z transform of sin n pi by 2. Only n is the variable. So of in 1 by root 2 into what is Z transform of cos n pi by 2? Already we got this value here. So which is Z square by Z square plus 1 minus what is Z transform of sin n pi by 2? Z by Z square plus 1. So anyway we got Z transform of cos n pi by 2 plus pi by 4 is equal to 1 by root 2 into, take the LCM, both are same, both denominator are same. So Z square plus 1 into Z square minus Z. This is the result of given Z transformation. Okay, now see the second one. See the second one. Z transformation of into n minus 1 into n plus 2. is equal to, since of is the constant term right outside of the operator z, so of into z transformation of, multiply both terms, n into n square, n into 2 plus 2n, minus 1 into n, minus n, minus 1 into plus 2, it would be minus 2. So of into z transformation of n square, 2n minus n becomes n minus 2. Okay, according to the linear property in Z transformations, Z transformation operator capital Z is also satisfies linear property like Laplace transform operator capital L. Don't forget it. So you will get Z transformation of n square plus Z transformation of n. 2 is the constant term, so I will write as 2 times of Z transformation of 1. Okay, already we know that what is Z transform of n square? Z square plus Z whole by Z minus 1 whole cube. It is not necessary to prove this result here. Just directly you can write the formula. Okay. What is Z transform of n? Z by Z minus 1 whole square minus what is Z transform of 1? 2 into, already 2 is there. That's why Z by Z minus 1. It is not necessary to take the LCM. It is enough to write the Z transformations only. Don't forget one important result. If we apply Z transform operator to the terms of n, the result should be in terms of small z only. That is the conclusion. In the next video, I will give some more examples on Z transformations and inverse Z transformations. Thank you very much.